So we're going to be reacting to Mehdi Hasan questioning the Imam that endorsed Trump. So we're going to call him Trump's Imam.
The Republican presidential candidate is shamelessly attempting to seize on that Gaza anger and bring Muslim and Arab voters over into his court. And this past weekend, shockingly, he got a big win when a group of what's been described as Muslim community leaders in Michigan gave Trump a raving endorsement at his campaign rally in that swing state. Just take a listen.
We just had a positive meeting with President Trump. We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war. We are supporting Donald Trump because he promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine. The bloodshed has to stop all over the world, and I think this man can make that happen. I personally believe that God saved his life twice for a reason.
In your endorsement speech for Donald Trump, you said that Trump, quote, promises peace, specifically in the Middle East and Gaza. This is a man who, when he was president, gave Israel whatever it wanted. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He legalized the illegal annexation of the Golan Heights since the genocide began in Gaza. He said he would let Israel, quote, finish the job. He's told Netanyahu, quote, do what you have to do. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has said that Israel should expel Palestinians into the desert. So I do believe it is madness to say that Donald Trump promises peace when he doesn't promise peace. It was a reference to your specific claim. But you can tell us why you think. That's why I've invited you on the show. You tell us why you think Donald Trump is promising peace in the Middle East when he's saying otherwise.
Mehdi, let me start by saying that what you saw on stage wasn't the beginning. The moment was the result of meetings and serious discussions we had earlier that day, where we came to an agreement on key points.
Briefly tell us, what were the 5 points?
Number one, to end the war in the Middle East, especially in Gaza, and also to end the war in the Ukraine. That's number one. And we think this is crucial. This is very important. And because we as Muslims, I went as an Imam and we approached him as an Imam. And we think that, you know, the religion of Islam is all about peace. And this is what I said in the video.
So we got number one. I'm just going to hurry you along because we won't have time to do an interview. Just tell us what 2, 3, 4, 5 are.
Okay. Number two is that he promised, or actually we demanded that, you know, that he will protect, you know, the family values, especially when it comes to curriculums and school, which he made that clearly in his speeches and also in his meeting, you know, the meetings that he has privately or publicly. And also number three, that he will include Muslims, he will be inclusive and he will include Muslims in his cabinet. He will include Muslims in his administration. That's number three. Number four is that he will fight Islamophobia. And number five, we mentioned things that we agree with the rest of the American people, you know, to have a strong economy and to have also strong borders.
So you made the point. So everyone's heard those are the points. They're very admirable points to put forward. But let's just deal with the substance of the biggest one, the war. How can you say he's a peace candidate or believe he wants peace when he has not called for a ceasefire? He has not called for restrictions on arms sales. He said the exact opposite. He says Netanyahu should be killing more people with less restrictions. Let's have a listen to what Trump says publicly, not what he promises you privately. Have a listen to what Donald Trump said the other day. Can we play the clip?
He's doing a good job. Biden is trying to hold him back. He probably should be doing the opposite, actually. I'm glad that Bibi decided to do what he had to do.
So Trump is saying that after 42,000 deaths in Gaza, 16,000 kids killed, Biden has held Netanyahu back, and he shouldn't have held him back, that he's encouraging Netanyahu not to listen to any restraining words from Biden, and that he's praising Netanyahu for what he did. And this is the man you're endorsing as the peace candidate? I don't get it.
One of the signs of the hour is that people who will be in power will be liars, and they will be believed. A truthful person will not be believed and a lie will be believed. So to me, it's like seeing that, you know. And another thing is that the Prophet ﷺ said that a time will come where all nations will come together. And it just shows how weak we've become, that we would even believe someone like Trump, who's a compulsive liar. You know, he's just lying continuously. So, I mean, what else can you say to that? You know, what else can you say?
I think it's a very good lesson for us as well. Of course, we're supposed to, you know, love our leadership and respect them. However, it also goes to show that just because you're an imam, it doesn't mean that you're infallible. And it's very important that we're cautious with who we take knowledge from, and not just because he's got a beard, or I found him in the mosque, or she wears a hijab, or you know, they say inshallah and mashallah, therefore, you know, I can marry them, or therefore I should follow them, or therefore, you know, I can blindly just go behind what they're saying. I mean, not for average people. Yes, if someone's passed away and you know, their life is clearly in front of you, then of course follow away. However, if someone is alive and you're not paying attention, most of your time is spent at work, and you come and, you know, this is an example.
Exactly.
This is what Rudy Giuliani, Trump's very good friend and lawyer, said the day after. This is the day after you endorsed him. You endorsed him on Saturday. Let's listen to what Giuliani said on Sunday. Can we play the clip?
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not
not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you.
So the day after you endorse him, at his own rally, one of his closest allies is making racist remarks about Palestinians, saying we shouldn't let them in. They're all terrorists. They're taught to hate it too. Do you not feel a little bit conned?
Please, can you at least give me a chance to respond to your questions? Okay, what I'm saying is this. Is Trump responsible for each and every statement that is made by anyone that endorsed him? So is he now responsible for everything that I say? If I say something now controversial, for
example. He is responsible for what's said at a rally of his. Yes, he is.
This was the most cringiest clip that's come out in recent times. Yeah. This guy is a real piece of work, a wrinkly piece of crap, frankly. And he's coming out with 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds can barely string a sentence together. How are they going to decide who they like or hate? They even hate their own parents who don't give them their chocolate milk. You're saying that they're hating Israel or they're hating Jews and this. What a load of BS.
Bro, we know what he's about. My issue is not about them. I know what they're about. The people that do not like Islam, enemy to Islam. I'm not surprised about them. My concern is this Imam, bro. This Imam there. Like, are you this gullible? Like, really? Like, 2 days later after this thing, one of Trump's guys saying this. You cannot make this stuff up. I'm genuinely like, have we become so inferior that we are going to people like Trump? Bro, it's second-hand embarrassment, bro. A second-hand embarrassment to even be sitting and there. And the most funny thing is that you actually believe Trump is going to do that. Like, that's unbelievable.
I'm not questioning your good faith or good intentions in going to him to try and get something good for the community. I'm questioning why you believe him when he says this stuff to you in private, given it's not speculation, Imam. He says Joe Biden's a Palestinian. Chuck Schumer is a Palestinian. His lawyer says Palestinians are terrorists. Trump says Netanyahu's doing a great job. So with respect, he is openly supporting the genocide in Gaza, while you're saying he's the peace candidate.
The other option that we have, now we're talking about words versus actions. Whatever you mentioned is valid, and I don't agree with the statements that you just mentioned. But and the other side, listen, the other side, there's actions. You're talking about the other side that I think that you're insinuating that we should be in the other camp. In the other camp,
I'm not saying that at all. In fact, I know a lot of Muslims. I know a lot of Muslims in Michigan, where you are, who are going to stay at home. They're going to vote for Jill Stein. I get that. What I don't get is why you would believe Donald Trump, who says Palestinians, he treats them like terrorists, talks about them pejoratively. He supports Netanyahu, and you keep saying it's speculation. It's not, Imam. The entire Republican Party. Can I finish a sentence? The entire Republican Party has voted to send weapons to Netanyahu. They have said Democrats are too soft on Palestine. They want to be more pro-Israel, more pro-genocide. In fact, Imam, you know that Netanyahu's own ministers, like Itamar Ben-Gvir, say they want Trump. So you want Trump and they want Trump.
So do we, both of us, do we want Trump for the same reason? Is that what you're saying?
I think that he wants him for I'm answering your question. You asked me a question. Yeah.
Please, you've done a damage on me and also on my colleagues, the Imams and those who support us, when you said this is madness and you reposted people that attacked us personally. And now, and to be honest with you, I'm shocked that you did not even see why did we endorse him.
I understand why you endorsed him. He made you promises, and I'm questioning why you believe him. You say, for example, hold on. I've got to be able to ask a question. With respect, Imam, you said the 5 points. I let you read out the 5 points. One of the points was Islamophobia. I think you said one of the points was to fight Islamophobia.
Yes.
Donald Trump is the most Islamophobic politician I've ever come across in my life. He literally said Islam hates us. He incited hatred against Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, the only 2 Muslim women in Congress. They have to have 24/7 bodyguards because of what Donald Trump said about them. In what world do you believe he is anti-Islamophobia? He's the greatest purveyor of Islamophobia.
Listen, when it comes to politics, politics is to get what is possible, to build interest, to have something in common. So he called it, by the way, he invited us over to sit with him and to talk with him and to have a discussion, and he listened to us attentively, and we gave him these points and he agreed to them. Now we have 2 options. Listen, maybe your idea is both options are not good, but I'm telling you, there's 2 options. One option is inviting us. One option is listening to us, is giving us, extending his hand to us, and he's listening to our concerns and also our aspirations. The other party, they're not listening to us. And let me say something.
Imam, I agree with you. I agree with the Democrats are not listening. 100% I agree. Can we agree? We agree the Democrats are not listening. But that doesn't mean that he's listening to you. Why do you not think he's just exploiting you for votes? He's using you, is he not? Why do you not see that? Are you not being a little naive with the greatest respect?
Politics is all about interest, all about common interest. You give me something, I give you something. We gave him endorsement.
He's not going to stop being an Islamophobe because you vote for him, I can assure you.
How do you know that? Do you know the unseen? You know now the alim of ghaib or something? Come on, man.
What's that got to do with the unseen? Brother, it's simple. Yani, there's simple things you observe, bro. It's not a matter. It's not. You don't need to be a smart ass like, oh, you know what? Yes, the unseen. I've got some sixth sense. Brother, it's in front of you. Do you not see what it is?
He has hope that Trump would do good.
Bro, you can't make this
He has
stuff
hope.
up. Wallahi,
You lack hope, Ali.
Ah, bro.
You said earlier that I'm engaging in speculation. You just said kind of alim ghaib, an unseen world. It's not speculation. We saw what he did in office. When he was in office, he didn't just support the oppression of the Palestinians. He supported the Saudi-led war in Yemen, which I believe is a country you're from. He oversaw its deadliest, most violent. It started under Obama, but he oversaw its deadliest, most violent year, 2018. Tens of thousands of innocent Yemenis were killed. A school bus in Yemen famously was blown up, 40 children killed by a US-made bomb. Less than a year later, Congress tried to stop the war. Trump refused. He bypassed Congress. He gave Saudi Arabia and MBS more weapons to kill Yemenis with. You are a Yemeni American. How do you vote for someone who has so much Yemeni blood on his hands?
You know, Mehdi, with all the respect, I think that and I've watched your shows over and over. I think you think that Yemen is only Houthis. You have a problem, my friend.
I didn't say a word about the Houthis. I said he blew up a bus of children.
Can I finish? Listen.
Well, please don't put words in my mouth. I didn't mention the Houthis. I said he supported the war in Yemen.
I'm not defending him. Mehdi, come on, man. If you think that anyone who endorses anyone, that means he agrees with everything that he did and everything that he will do.
With respect, that's not what I said. I did not say you agree with everything he said. You said peace candidate.
Listen,
I'm only going on your words, Imam. You said he's a peace candidate. I'm saying he oversaw the war in Yemen, your country of origin.
You're not allowing me. You already made your point on X that we are mad people.
Please speak, but don't put words in my mouth. I won't put words in yours. I didn't mention Houthis.
Okay. No, but you're saying no. But this is what's happening. Even you said one time. I think you said one time that if Trump wins in the presidency, this is what's going to happen also in Yemen. I'm telling you, 90% of the Yemeni people, they're not with the Houthis. I don't know what's your view on Houthis and all of that, but they're not with them. So you, for example,
with respect, when Trump was president, I'm not talking about the Houthis. I didn't invite you to have a debate about the Houthis. Under Trump, do you deny that there was a massive humanitarian crisis in Yemen?
You said you are a Yemeni.
Yes,
no,
and I'm not dividing you into Sunni, Shia, Houthi, non-Houthi. I'm saying Yemen suffered massively under Trump and MBS. So please do not tell me that this is hypothetical. I watched Trump as president send weapons to a horrible war in which children died at record rates. You call him the peace candidate. How?
In the Muslim countries, including Yemen, they were living in bliss in the time of Obama. And
I never said that. This is all straw man. I'm asking about Trump. I'm not asking you to endorse Obama. You endorsed Trump as the peace candidate. I invited you here to explain to me how he's the peace candidate. On Palestine, you say you trust him, even though there's no evidence he supports peace in Palestine. And on Yemen, you're now saying it's all the fault of the Houthis. Trump didn't do anything wrong sending weapons to kill kids.
Wallahi, my brain, I'm just genuinely thinking, is this comedy? Is this comedy? I genuinely thought when the first thing happened, this like some just random guy. He's not even a Muslim. It's just a random guy. He's an actual Imam. I mean, I don't want to fall into backbite. I'm just saying, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And rightly so, man.
He could be the guy who changes Donald Trump, and you don't even realize
he
it.
He thinks because we sat with him.
I think he's fixed Donald Trump.
Bro.
He thinks he's fixed him.
He thinks that.
Yeah.
That's the most naive part. He goes, how do you know that after he's spoken to us, he's going to be okay with the Muslims again? Brother, what do you offer him, bro? What do you think he cares about you? He kills your people. You're Yemeni. You're Yemeni, bro. And Mehdi Hasan rightly so just explained to you. He's the one who was funding the MBS and what was going on in Yemen. And now you're here. You can't make this stuff up, bro. Like I'm shocked. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say about it.